on va vous présenter du coup le nouveau personnage de Dokkan. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes avec un invité particulier qui est sur la première fois sur ma chaîne YouTube. Je te laisse te présenter, Tommy.
Salut YouTube, comment ça va? Moi ça va et toi ça va? Je vais présenter avec un ami à moi des nouveaux personnages et des événements qui arrivent peut-être demain ou soit je sais pas quand. Voilà, bon. Et bon vidéo à tout le monde.
C'est parti! Donc on est parti pour
Pour ce,
voir
et
le
voilà.
kit, les stats, pour voir ce que c'est comme carte, exactement. Donc on est parti. Donc Tommy, tu...
Hi everyone, I'm Gappy, the main producer
Hi
of
everyone,
Dragon Ball Z
I'm
Dokkan
Gappy,
Battle.
the main producer of
Gappy,
Dragon
producteur
Ball
de
Z
Dokkan
Dokkan
Battle.
Battle.
With you all the latest
Starting today,
information
I'll
of
be
the main
sharing
producer.
with you all the
We hope
latest
you enjoy.
information as the main
For
producer.
today's video,
We hope you
we'll
enjoy.
reveal information on
For
new
today's
characters
video,
coming
we'll
on
reveal
May 7th.
information on new
As well as
characters
events
coming on May
detailed for the
7th,
Gohan,
as well
Goku,
as
and Goten
events
Day
detailed for
campaign.
the Gohan, Goku,
Make sure
and
to
Goten
watch
Day
until the
campaign.
end.
Make
Now
sure
then,
to watch
let's get
until the
right
end.
into the new characters
Now then,
information.
let's get right
For
into the new characters information. For the new characters arriving on May 7th, we have prepared trailer. Yeah, it is!
Should have known. It never ends. Well, so much for
OMG.
long-lasting peace.
C'est The God of the Destruction.
Long ago, a small group of pure-hearted Saiyans questioned the evil committed by their race and decided to lead a revolt. To ensure victory, they pooled their power to create a savior,
OMG.
Super Saiyan.
Ah, en vrai, je suis un peu... Ouais, je suis un peu... Je suis un peu déçu, mais bon, en vrai, ça peut passer. Dites-moi si, les gars, si vous entendez le son. J'espère que vous l'entendez. C'était du coup The Super Saiyan God et Virus de la Destruction.
Pretty good, don't you think? In this year's Gohan, Goku, and Goten Day campaign, a dual Dokkan festival featuring new Super Saiyan God Goku.
Honnêtement, la carte pour moi je la trouve un peu belle en vrai, elle est un peu stylée, mais c'est pas l'une de mes préférées en vrai.
Limited 16 for Super Saiyan God Goku ones and Bills ones. You can obtain the same Dokkan festival coin from Easy Summon, so use this chance to recruit both characters.
Pour recruter ces deux personnages.
Let's get into detail of these
Bien
new
sûr
characters.
les gars, enfin les abonnés bien sûr, et économisez vos DS bien sûr, c'est très important pour
Check
le
out
prochain
his
personnage
in-game
qui va arriver.
animations. Here you go.
Long ago, a small group of pure-hearted Saiyans questioned the evil committed by their race and decided to lead a revolt. To ensure victory, they pooled their power to create a savior, a Super Saiyan God.
Et du coup, ce que vous entendez derrière, le petit bruit, c'est en fait c'est mon pote qui regarde pour qu'on tourne la vidéo tous les deux, pour que ça soit à peu près, pour que ça fasse un maximum de vues. Hein. Oh là là, oh, il a une survie au chaos. Oh, c'est trop bien ça, ça c'est vraiment bien, avoir une survie au chaos dans Dokkan. Waouh, comme dans l'animé. Ah, comme dans l'animé, Ah, c'est comme dans l'animé.
How did you like it? we recreated one of the most iconic scenes in the movie Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, where Goku was defeated by Virus but was able to make a comeback with the power of his allies. Up next is his abilities.
His type is Super Agility, with his categories being as shown. And here is his leader skill. Realm of Gods, Miraculous Awakening, or Power of Wishes category, Ki plus 3, HP plus 200%, and Attack and Defense plus 170%, plus an additional HP, Attack and
Catégorie
Defense
être
plus
légendaire,
50%,
lien d'amitié
for
ou
characters who also belong
héros
to
des
legendary
films.
existence,
Ah, ok.
Bond of Friendship, or Movie Heroes categories. Next, let's talk about his super attack. His super attack, Dragon Smash, can greatly raise attack and raise defense for 4 turns, and cause immense damage to the enemy. And now, let's see his passive skill. When there is another Realm of God category ally on the team upon his entry, his entrance animation will be activated, and he'll gain the following effects. Attack and defense plus 510% and damage reduction rate plus 20% for 1 turn. Also, after the entrance animation is activated, he can launch an additional super attack during battle. The basic effects are as follows. Ki plus 2 and attack and defense plus 300%. Chance of evading enemy's attack plus 20% and chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction rate plus 30%. Plus, when attacking, his attack will be increased by 200% and when receiving an attack, his defense will be increased by 250%. What's more, per Pure Science or Hybrid Science category ally on the team, his attack and defense will be increased by 100%, and his chance of evading enemy's attack will be increased by 10% before attacking. If the character or an ally attacking the same turn is KO'd, when all allies attacking
Par contre, la
the same
carte,
turn
on
are
pense qu'elle est
Realm of Gods
un
category
petit peu
characters
stylée en vrai.
or
Catégorie
KO'd,
divine.
when
Bah
there
oui.
is a total
La
of
Saiyan
6
pure
or
ou
more
Saiyan.
Pure Science or Hybrid Science
Ah bah oui.
categories allies on the team, he can receive with 50% HP recovered. After the character's or an ally's revival skill is activated, his chance of evading enemy's attack will be increased by 20% within his next attacking turn, and his attack and defense will be increased by 510% in battle. And after the character's or an ally's revival skill is activated, his chance of evading enemy's attack plus 30% when attacking. Also, after the character's revival skill is activated, his attack will be increased by 150% when attacking. Since the effects upon entry are very powerful, be sure to have him in a position where he can make up for the weak points of other characters. If you strategize around the use of his revival skill, you will have an advantage in many stages, so keep that in mind when trying him out. Lastly, we have his active skill. His active skill, Limit Breaker Kamehameha, can be activated after his revival skill is activated, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. Its effects are as follows. Greatly raises attack temporarily
Honnêtement, les stats sont pas mal en vrai. Hein.
ultimate damage to
Au
enemy. Attacks effective against all types
Son Goku
and
God.
guaranteed to hit within the turn activated.
That's all for Super Saiyan God Goku. Now, let's go over Beerus.
Passons
Have a look
maintenant à
at
la
his
présentation de
in-game
Beerus.
animations.
Let's go.
Enjoy!
He's certainly waking early this time, isn't he? Should have known. It never ends. Well, so much for our long-lasting peace.
C'est comme dans l'animé, les gars. C'est pas. J'ai l'impression que c'est pareil que dans l'animé.
And here I was hoping for an actual fight worth my time.
must give up now.
Ouais, c'est comme dans l'animé. Et c'est ça que j'aime sur Dokkan, les gars. C'est que c'est pareil que dans l'animé.
How did you like it? Next, let's look at his abilities.
The type is Super Intelligence, and the categories are as shown. Here's the leader skill. Realm of Gods, Planetary Distraction, or Successors category, Ki plus 3, HP plus 200%, and Attack and Defense plus 170%. Plus an additional HP, Attack and
Catégorie
Defense
être
plus
légendaire.
50%.
Rien de
For
fratrie.
characters who also belong to the Legendary Existence, Sibling
Boss
Spot,
des films.
or Movie Bosses category.
Bah oui.
Next up is the super attack. His super attack, God of Distractions, Rampage, can raise attack and greatly raise defense for 4 turns, and cause immense damage to the enemy. Now, onto the passive skill. His entrance animation will be activated when there is another Realm of God category ally on the team upon his entry, and his damage reduction rate will be increased by 30% for 1 turn, and he can foresee enemy super attack for 3 turns. Also, once the entrance animation is activated, his defense will be increased by 510% for the rest of the battle. The basic effects of his passive skill are as follows. Ki plus 2 and attack and defense plus 300%, guards all attacks and great chance of launching an additional super attack. He also has excellent support abilities. Realm of Gods category allies defense plus 30%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 50%, chance of performing a critical hit and chance of evading
Catégorie
enemy's attack
destruction.
plus
Ouais, bah, c'était
25%,
sûr.
and damage reduction rate plus 10%. For characters who also belong to the planetary destruction category. Additionally, for allies whose names include Whis, their chance of evading enemy's attack will be increased by 10%. When attacking, his attack will be increased by 200%, and when receiving an attack, his defense will be increased by 250%.
Je buvais, les gars, parce que j'ai un peu la gorge,
Plus,
un peu la
after
gorge
receiving or
desséchée.
evading an attack, his attack will be increased by 200%, and his chance of performing a critical hit will be increased by 30% for 4 turns. When receiving an unarmed super attack, he has a great chance of nullifying it and countering with tremendous power. If there is a Realm of Gods
Catégorie
category enemy, he can
divin.
nullify it and counter with ferocious power. Also, this character's key feature is that its passive effects change depending on the enemy's category. When there is a Realm of God category enemy, his ki
Catégorie
plus 3 and
divin.
attack plus 300%, and he can launch an additional super attack. Also, all Realm of God category allies' attack will be increased by 30%, plus an additional attack, plus 50%, and chance of performing a critical hit, plus 25%, for characters who also belong to the planetary destruction category. Plus, he can grant the effect attack and defense plus 100% to allies whose name include Whis. When there are no Realm of God category enemies, he gains the following effects. Great chance of ki plus 3 and attack plus 300%. Great chance of launching an additional super attack. Damage reduction rate plus 20% before attacking. This character's support effect and his own endurance change based on the enemy's categories, so remember to check the enemy's category information before taking on challenge events. Lastly, let's have a look at the active skill. His active skill, God of Distraction Edict, can be activated when HP is 77% or less, or starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. The effects are as follows. Greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy, and recovers 30% HP. Realm of God category allies, ki plus 2 and attack and defense plus 20%, and planetary destruction category allies, ki plus 2 and attack and defense plus 20% for 1 turn. For 1 turn, Realm of God category allies, ki plus 2 and attack and defense plus 20%
Les amis
at
des,
Panzer
des
Destruction
catégories
Cavalry
diverses.
allies. Key plus 2 and attack and defense plus
Catégorie
20%.
destructeurs de la planète.
And that
Yes.
wraps up his abilities.
And that's everything for our brand new characters. Now then, it's time
Et,
to dive
et
into
du coup ils
the
vont là ils
campaign
vont
details.
présenter du coup les prochains events.
Gohan, Goku,
Event.
and Goten Day login bonus. Login
Ah
during the
on aura des
campaign
bonus de
period
connexion.
to earn
Let's
up
go.
to 60 Dragon Stones. Make sure you don't miss a single day.
Que 70?
Moving right along,
Okay.
we have Gohan, Goku, and Goten Day special missions. By
Du coup
clearing
là on
missions,
va
you
pouvoir
can earn up to 60
pouvoir du coup
Dragon Stones
potentiellement
and 20
obtenir
Book of War sans family.
le LR
The Book of War sans
celui que je
family
pense.
is a special treasure item that lets you recruit characters
Bon.
related to Goku's family at
Enfin du coup
Baba's shop.
celui avec le
This time, the lineup, in addition
avec
to some
le
LR
Gohan et Goten
characters, will
en
include the
LR.
newly added
C'est bon.
characters Pan and Bardock.
Donc forcément là c'est
This
ZTUR.
will be your chance to recruit
À moins
all
que
sorts
c'est,
of characters, so be
ouais, je
sure to
pense,
take
hein.
on the challenge and aim to clear the missions. That's everything for our campaign details. Alright, let's move on to the event information. First up, an event is making its comeback. The limited attempt events, Stronger Than Ever, Super Training of Goku's Family. In this event, you can obtain EX skill ores exclusive to Goku's Family category. You can take on this event once per day, so don't forget to play every day. Next up, new stages are being added.
Ça c'est trop dur. J'essaye des fois mais
In these new stages,
ça me paraît
you'll
compliqué
need
en
to
vrai de
include
passer ça.
either 3 or 5 characters from the Bond of Master and Disciple category on your team. Compared to other challenge events, this one is relatively easier, so even if you're new, please make sure to give it a try. But that's not all. A new stage will be added to Seriously Serious All Out Battle 2. This time, you will be facing Super Saiyan God Goku and Beerus.
Si vous entendez le son de mon ami,
Summon
c'est
tickets
normal,
can
c'est
be
parce
obtained
qu'il a,
by
il a un peu en
completing
avance sur la
certain
vidéo.
missions from the Inevitable
Un petit peu.
Showdown
Bon, pas beaucoup,
extra
mais un petit peu.
missions that will be added alongside this stage. You can use these summon tickets to perform summons in the summon event featuring the new characters, so be sure to take on the challenge. Next up, this. A special summon where you
Ça
can
c'est pour
obtain
mettre les,
a character with
les
alternate art.
illustrations pour le Goku Black rosé.
Alternate art is when a character that is already available has a different illustration for their card
Pour
illustration.
une même carte.
As for
Ah.
their ability and super attack animations, they will be the same as their original counterparts.
Ça c'est bien en vrai qu'ils nous fassent des illustrations comme ça.
We
Ça
are
rend,
planning
ça
to
rend la carte plus
implement
jolie
this
en vrai.
summon periodically in the future. We are also
Je trouve,
preparing other
ouais.
methods
Je
to
trouve que
recruit
la
these
carte
characters.
avec
So
des
we hope you
illustrations
will
comme
enjoy
ça en vrai, ça
collecting
rend
them.
la carte comme un peu
Please
comme
wait
un effet
for
d'optique un
further
petit peu.
announcements to discover who they will be.
That wraps up all the event information. Continuing, let's head into the
Passons
Extreme Z
maintenant aux
Awaken
infos sur
information.
les éveils suprêmes.
This character can be Extreme Z Awaken or Super Extreme Z Awaken during the campaign period.
Ah donc du coup tout à l'heure c'était pas les ATU?
Which
Bah
can be
d'accord.
Extreme Z Awakened.
Ok donc
And
le
global
Whis,
harmony through this selection. Virus and
le Whis
can be
UR
Super
ou LR
Extreme
je sais
Z
plus.
Awakened.
Et le Virus UR
Details
ou LR.
about their abilities will be
Je me
disclosed
rappelle.
at a later
Je
date
sais pas les
on
cartes
our
mais
social
je pense
media
que ça va être
accounts.
un des deux. Hein. UR ou
Let's
LR.
move
Hein.
on to update information.
In June, we're
À mon
going
avis,
to add a
je
revamped
pense que
skill or
s'ils font des
filter
ATUR sur
and
les
a
deux,
new batch cell
c'est que ça
feature.
doit être soit des UR ou soit
These
des
two
LR
updates were
forts.
highly
très fort.
requested by
Pour une
many
team
of players through
divin
surveys and
ou...
feedback.
Ouais, divin ou...
They have
Dios,
been implemented in the
non.
Japan, and
Déjà,
we are preparing
destruction
to
de la
roll
planète.
them out globally as well. With the revamped skill or filter, you will be able to check the equipping conditions and level at a glance via icons. We aim to make it easier for everyone to
Et moi qui
search
pensais
and
qu'ils allaient
use skill
poursuivre
ores.
le truc sur
The batch
Xenoverse,
cell feature allows you to
comme DB
select
Legends,
and sell
un peu.
batches of characters or Hellq statues. You will also be able to batch select characters by reality, so we hope that you will find this feature useful. What's more, we will be implementing a button that can take you from the item list screen to Baba's shop, creating a smoother item exchange process. You will also be able to batch exchange items in Baba's shop. We are still working on them, so please stay tuned for further updates. Now, we'd like to share the latest updates on app file size reduction.
Ce qu'il nous a montré tout à l'heure à propos des équipements, c'est ça, c'est dire ouais, ça c'est déjà sur quelqu'un ou dans le sens où peut-être dans une de tes teams, cet objet est potentiellement déjà utilisé ou peut-être voilà, je sais pas, un truc comme ça.
We're going to implement a new data download option. While the current download all allows you to download all the data at once. The new option will download data only when needed. Unused data will be prioritized for removal, reducing the necessary storage space. Players will be able to choose between the usual download all and the new option based on their gameplay environment. We are also considering the implementation of methods to reduce the size of both options. The update is planned within this year, 2026, so we'll keep you informed on further adjustment to improve the app environment.
And that's all for update information. Finally, let's go over the upcoming campaign schedule.
Calendrier des prochaines campagnes.
We mentioned this in the March producer letter, but this year, the Transcendence Dokkan
aura
campaign
lieu
will be
en
held in
juillet.
July,
Oula.
and the Global Dokkan campaign will be held in September. Look forward to the updates. And that's for all the information we'd like to share today. Some of the campaign will start soon. We hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching until the end.
Sur ce,
Let's meet in the next video.
rendez-vous
See you.
à la prochaine vidéo. Ouais.
He's in trouble. He's dropped from his god form to a mere Super Saiyan. What?